Hey, greetings to all our listeners around the world. Kindly subscribe to the channel MC Old Soldier. We're right here in New Rochelle, one of the finest places to meet Honorable ALHAJI Baba Suwari. He is the NDC communication officer in New York. He's a very vibrant, very strong, with a whole lot of hope in him. Talking about ALHAJI Baba Suwari, you know, he graduated from Legon in our motherland, Ghana, and he furthered his studies or pursued his master's degree in Rutgers College, that is in New Jersey. That's where he did his master's. Presently and currently, he's working with a CUNY system. He teaches at Bronx Community College, LaGuardia Community College, and Westchester College. In the year about Komo, you ever beaten Komo Afa or Oman Ghana. I think a few days ago, MPP they launched their manifesto, and they talk about infrastructure achievements. You know, and then we drove all the way from somewhere for them to come to New Rochelle to meet the Oga Kwata Kwata and Kevin. When again, you can show you the when you drop. Okay, Papa. Okay, what be me co-host here. Will be actually Honorable Latif. Honorable Latif, very cool, calm, and collected. And today we are described as CQ. Cool, calm, and collected. If you want to really define him, you can only use Archimedes principles to define him. Always MC Old Soldier with a swag. The morale is always above sea level. Let me quickly switch him to Honorable Suwari. Me am found command. Yam Francis Ado. Honorable Suwari. Apom tinene. You know, you can fancy you can be other book. For our listeners, we just want to combine the conversation.
Oh yeah, fight crimes, the men of us become men and I say, what's not Papa? It's never said
yeah. So, today we just want to center our conversation based on two things, which I'll call it intertwined. You know, it's two in one. I say, yeah, NDC almost manifesto and infrastructure. Initially, they were about to launch the MPP. They were about to launch their manifesto, followed by the infrastructure achievement. There was a change of idea, so the people reversed it and rather, you know, did their presentation on the infrastructure achievement before switching on to the way. Now, Oman Baby said they went to the swing region, Cape Coast, where the vice president for the great NDC party, you know, Professor Nana Mokoku Ajima. I want to say politics play a part, and there have been promises of building, I think, airport at Cape Coast, and I think it is not a main same. No matter how many people have been so now, major the amount of your own now. What can I tell you? Saying I also watching, we just want to be very authentic in everything that we do. We don't want to politicize everything. And yeah, friends saying MPP in some of my almost say they completed 16 of 30 NDC uncompleted health sector projects. That's a health sector now. There were almost about 30 projects. A year NDC AJ owned by they've completed 16 out of the 30. United is left with 14. And almost also can say Ghana is the only country with a promise of delivery tracker website. A year database via OMO, which is very good for governments. And I think for accountability's sake, when we talk about winning, I think that we can all give credit where credit is due. It is something we can agree and disagree by coming to a compromise. And as some people can say, they've completed 8,746 projects so far. Vice President Baumia and Okasa. In a rebuta, yes, Sammy James, Okari say Baumia presentation on the so-called infrastructure achievements of the Akuf-Addo government is a compendium of latent falsehood. Because you see the word compendium now, we say, "Never before what kind of thing." And one person, Baumia Ofi, Sammy James Ofi Cape Coast. Compendium is a kind of also or a brief summary of larger work. Brief summary of larger work. Now, or three of the kind there visualize Muhammad's project. You can easily visualize either will be a copy will be Muhammad project and a comical celebration of mediocrity. As some kind. Over some time, people can say, recycling plants, our Western region. And now they have been sword cutting back and forth. Meaning say they have the money into a moon, they are doing the sword cutting and do we really have the money? Why can't we all year round look say this only a day? I don't think the mean tongue for saying but we wait at the time of election time and sana yeah this MPP manifesto no 3 things and almost centered on 3 things and 3 parts are many co-host General Latif, yeah, picky woman. Number 1, almost say accounting for leadership. Number 1. Number 2, or say consolidation of their progress. 3, acceleration of growth. Almost I can say in 17 sectors, no, or more, almost about 300 projects. It translates to 80% of promise fulfilled. Education, almost can do for education. Education is, first you need a guarantor. Back in the days, you need 3 guarantors. Now you need 1 guarantor. But it's difficult for people to, guarantee for you. And you know, almost person is say I'm not NIA, Obi and guarantee from next year, one type of opportunity you go by yourself. Now we have national service 1 year. They will give you 1 year grace period. After that, you start doing your loan payment. And also near idea, and also my and I must say, I guess 16 regions on this high school every zone. In every zone, in every region, they want to build 1 high school. Now, on my point, say the NIA, NIA card number, almost it will link with birth and death. Next year, 2021. Let's just say, you will be you won't NIA for card the amount. It's not just always accountability, great. But I'm saying, Sika with the man, birth and death was 1 million. And I think that if you were to give them like 10 million now, the system will be robust and it will be very difficult to penetrate it easily. In the same way, some flow on from out so that you can flow and just give us a vivid picture about the manifesto and the infrastructure achievements.
Okay, also you have say General Latif insurance say more about people or I say area do and many say come Ghana who say and see the Ghana this year too na about level developing countries agreement and until them my decide more but also 77 say MPP4 Ekache say my promises almost our papa manifesto for who say Omadi Ghana for it exactly say and say o promise me say obey bibia ma me na wonyenye wie a na waye move 14%. Now, we sign for year for Edible Pinsua. I said, what in my year? Collaborating with the Martin. Painting Americas at 2016. MPP4 promises are Omoyeno, Ewo Ghana. In some Omokachire Ghana for BT say, almost Omoba, Ombe 1 theater, Ewo 1 region, 1 theater. Omayana, what is this? Say theater, Pia, much theater back to 1 region. What is this? also ja almost say one district, one market. What it be? What is say obuy or mobile? What is so much market back? President John Dramani Mahama Obetinazo was equal to Kuraba Market, one of the biggest market complexes, one of the most beautiful ones, state of the art. Ewo Kebus, people Kuraba. Kumasi Market this year, Taku Market this year. Even Ashanti region markets are this year.
Remember Aswansi Market?
Yes, Aswansi Market. Enti, once you see one district, one market, market you don't want. Or trophy NSA, your friend say, that's me, Ewo, Abuchi, and Abu. And one here, more and see one district, one market. Omo can say, Ombe see new harbor, Ewo Jamestown, Accra, and the Keta, harbor, Keta, Ewo. Water region. Okay, Omo manifesto now. Page. Okay, Omo manifesto. First promise. One district, one theater. Okay, page 172. Omo see Ombesi theater. One region. Yeah, one region. Page 172. Okay, Omo manifesto now. 2016 manifesto. 2016 manifesto, almost one district, one market, page 30. Omo, I can say, Ombe constructing new harbors, Jamestown, and Keta, page 78 of NPP manifesto.
But I think that recently, just to interject,
yeah,
may continue. I think that with the Jamestown one, I think that there have been some demolition exercise about 2 months ago.
4 years into they are still watching. It is say who ye be this let us say who pays that amount for election year over now after 3 months to election. Now we starting heading who can obey go to a mommy. Now 3 months to election, who was contractors in a moment in the bush. Oh dada. Because what were you doing all those 4 years? Omo manifesto no page 55. Omo can say so omo ba kolele gun na ewo ho ombe restore na gun e the fishes are there we need that the fish there correct kolele gun say kura na I say kura na mbodan for that. Omo can say one district be on basic hospital na papa no when you sebi the city party and Kawuni Nanka more credibility because they say the Kawuni is a one name wide and question we are one nation. That's where you start to exhibit credibility.
I remember a first statement I want to hear a also or 2 4 32 a bra and now the damn a course or Pachiano. Wadana say nini supporter sentiment dia mano eba aben two for said to the tune and you say at least 10% we do abobra power now when you onye bibia echirima ebidi adansi afano
thank you very much for using that good language for I think that speaks volume about you being ALHAJI Suwari. You never use any bad word. Thank you so much. Whatever discussion that we have, we're taking on very professional ground with dignity and respect for the president. And thank you for that.
Where Papa Pimini Awabobra didn't me and she be an achievement under the
credit.
But in Yamia Yadum, now in this day and age, in the Cassidy is in the golden age now a woman and for second youth and NDC minded to Ghana because challenges in our comfortable. We need people with knowledge of which may have strong 21st century vision or more vision. But you came and said say yen try but say when come as someone it was a seminal and because of age now what do any person now what do. But he say, Papa, you say one day should be a basic hospital. It was page 119 NPP manifesto 2016. Yahushi. Oko page 11. Omuka say Ombe provide free Wi-Fi among every senior high school and tertiary institution. And Tinka, Miss Chrome will teach senior high school and free Wi-Fi. Including the Alpha Nanka free Wi-Fi. Just like Roma would nam neighbor with Yah, Alan Nada, and never free Wi-Fi. That was what they meant. And Tinka, who call the gone, your friends at tertiary institution and now who technical university. We brought campus and one free Wi-Fi. They promised in page 11 of their 2016 manifesto. Oko page 120. Almost saying they are going to work with the private sector to establish trauma centers on highways, major highways. Clinic kura the Yancy major highway issue. Walk down Kumasi Highway from Kumasi to Accra. Now Unya has accident. Ambulance for here.
Over just say NDC, over just NPP, almost see major hospitals there.
Almost see trauma center. There were major highways in Ghana when they come to power. That is part of their manifesto, page 120. In that same manifesto, I'm referring to 2016, before Mzbel and Omoko Yen and Ray. Kim Peseme establishes say, so Obi, Ekas Obi Bibi amount. Now, for the most part, why yet no the catcher say, or Saba Bibi Abba Pinsua, Obi Tina Nasa Wuntina. Kim Pesa T4 entry analysis are million. Omoka said on page 149 in that manifesto. Omoka said on the building two new police stations. There was any Bolgatanga. Osunyane Nakove blog of Brian and Chelsea. Bolgatanga Nakove blog of Brian Chelsea. Oko the same manifesto, page 149. Omoka said on the military hospital. Military hospital. Kotamale na ko bisa omo say blog anasa sekura ya secure say NDC hospital. In that same manifesto 151 omo can say omo see prisons, 2 prisons service hospitals, one in the southern sector, one in the northern sector. Also that correct Ghana say ya trap block kra IC visa. We just a gist of the failed promises at NPP a year in 2016. Thanks in some way can we sweep them under the carpet? Oko the same manifesto, page 46. Amoka se Ombe establish oil refinery. Ewo Tapradi. Million. Tapradi. Nanado, SI kind in that manifesto. Say, Omoba, Ombe movie GMPC. Africa, Eddie Akota Brady. Tapradi 40 and Kameme Omoa and Cap. MPP4, me who flag crap committee on one year.
Just to interject, you're talking about moving GNPC from Tema to Tema because was it just through verbal curvature? And also was it part of the manifesto?
Part of the manifesto. Your friend saying MPP failed promises.com and but I'm just telling you the major promises are Omuye Nipa de also ja Otiwoi Sebi Obibu na man of promise say the BBC mommy and I say what if you come on Ukola or more Kuma so promise over so be the Aman na or tears here none open so 1 year for example which is so yeah deal with school obey Biaman na or get some unya sama no one yaman apolano omu but in Africa the car assem kicking the fine. This is what the NPP in 2016. Oko page 1 page 42 Muka say Ombesi solar park. It was northern part of Ghana. Solar park at the northern part of Ghana. Oh, your mama in 2012 elections, campaigns. Okay, say so dear. Tamale Hospital no, obe upgrading to 800 bed capacity hospital. Oh yeah. Okay, say Tamale Airport, obe building no, an international airport. Oh yeah. Okay, say obey projects. Ama, the president obey road projects. They were northern Ghana. Oh yeah. Okay, say obey senior high schools, new ones. Oh yeah, the president northern region.
But just to interject, no, I say on every follow-up question, we are no, obey the co-host, General Abdul Latif.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Although every follow-up question, we are no.
Also, yeah, mami mo no profile. Emma, say promises are only in 2016 the most serious ones, and I made the boss on you. Omoka says Omoka power. Ombe fighting corruption. Also, yeah. Okay, say the friend is saying football ball. Amamu say good day what bush and for. Yeah, pass the ball ama bush and for. Onopa only be then President John Dramani Mama, Dama now a president. Okay, the government now only one person in a way related to President John Dramani Mama. That was Joyce Bauer Mutari. Well qualified because she's one of the top marine lawyers in Ghana. And it is anyone with the experience, about 20 years experience at the bar. She qualifies. You cannot dispute it. Obviously, John Dramani Mama and I'm continuing as deputy minister. Before we see John Dramani Mama was practicing family and friends that. And now you can say, now what it would be back 65. There's a 65 from his family members. It's
not say nepotism. You can't nepotism. And no, how do you define? In another nepotism,
that is nepotism personified. Nepotism
because I remember say China. There was a time Chase Bank. I think it was about a few years ago. China almost finally China Chase Bank because some of the politicians, they end up putting their case in Chase Bank. They didn't go through the rightful process of interviewing.
That is nepotism. Yeah. But Ghana,
this is the height of work in Ghana.
This is the height of nepotism. The friend is saying, also, Mami Job, Abayi can say Omoba, page 135. Almost say you will fight corruption head on through preventive, detective, corrective, and punitive actions.
And I remember President Braka said, apply the ANAS principle.
Apply the ANAS principle. In country, the anti-corruption agents, you need to say ANAS. Your friend is saying, Dominic the Auditor General, yeah. Omona, or you fight you. And TBC, or the news to look at in Manasseh, Azuri, was someone Felici,
yeah,
with near security. Let me tell you this: the government became so intolerant. Say, Omo, Katasheni project Kenano, journalists, near Promo, yeah, Promo, Ama Suali. In the line of Saban we Sanipo we 77 also and Oba was Ghana for 2016. You we need say page 137. Omoka said amended the relevant sections of the criminal offences to make corruption a felony.
The felony, yeah. What was a misdemeanor?
President and I clearing agent. Obi, I go state agencies, institutions, air fighting. Then you be a corner president like Kapa Bokashi one year.
I am an appointment.
Say, special prosecutor. It's a Robert Staff. Robert Staff. Robert Financial. Catch them and say, one prosecute a buying way. The money for it's not a month for me the functions of the special prosecutor. Or we there, then I appointed now month for fees. or Babet Naso as special prosecutor. No, are prosecuted bad government officials. No, the promise what special prosecutor was going to make sure self fighting corruption. Then I'm at the time was say Akufo-Addo appointees were stifling his operations. And making his job hard.
There was also a concern raised by him to even the funds allocated to
the office Emma. Me say it was just a rubber stamp. Obetina so 4 years, almost at the end of the tenure of Akufo-Addo. So Nyamensi Aduma Ghana for Nyamen Pebone, inshallah, the two of us because Ghana no Yentina ho Emma Ghana Prosa. What make it promise? Say Obem making corruption. Felony all page 137 or manifesto 2016. What did it happen? No. General Latif. General Latif.
Pull up. Yeah. My question is, what about normal issue? And in class, they're relating to immediate past NDC administration and your mama a dame. No, might be ACC since be back by. It say no. Are we to expect an entirely new NDC team? And I said it's just going to be same old story.
Yeah, it does. Me member and also no, but 1 minute let me wrap it up. Also your question. It's also yeah. Manifesto now. Omoko launching war. The friend is saying keep close, you know. A compendium of fancy Cape Coast. A rehash of the same new promises. Meno, we are doing my children. Say, all your promises. Will be say, obey the man, and now when you won't be for being the cap. We shall be born. So obey the man. Now when you won't be for being the cap. Some manifesto no and ground. It's another fanfare. Sloganeering is just an event to just spend the taxpayers' money because Omoko and right, Bill Kota Hotel, a buying Sikam of the Koye, Cass a Koye, Lamp Cruises, B8 a Koye in a fuel and Koye, government officials, Omuntia, Omuntofuel, and the Enom Koye says, never General Latif questions in this one. One of the reasons why Ghana was considered scenario the mama no alpha question. Your friend is saying when you will get it and now we see we get it happen. Who copy? Who got baby? Who come? And now Obabi will catch you say Jai will hear it. Na on your day Ombra or no bow without you or buy it. You will hear it that I may amount of crap. Now, won't appreciate it. Na waba on yet and no was I book out. She said, Wono, privileges now we enjoy the person. Unya,
as I said, but I say, maybe that day, Samuel. That's before
problem now, a buying we and no modi. Ain't John Dramani Bahama. The reason why I was here considering is Yema na or Yema na. And we appreciate it because they say, Abua, upon Jeremy's and one, two, you want to names and Jumu. So what I say, Tamwa, na
and I was so tap on Jeremy or
you.
This Ghana for edge you want. Okay, 7 December. So I say, this Ghana for I bet you want to show with you. Minia, President John Dramani Mama will go pro.
around the country. Me and my dear is there near airport. I have close to Alhamdulillah. We failed the year campaign in the end. Me offer ALHAJI Sadio Aruna. Na ewo which na me a do my 7 December. We will be crowned. Okay. Honorable Latif, the reason why Ghana for so much consider John Dramani, he was on the right trajectory to making Ghana one of the best economies in the world. Because under Professor Mills, we were one of the fastest growing economies in the world. So what I say, President John Dramani Mahama, take you over. We all know what happened. Say when you say economy, the crisis ever. We had some crisis. Crisis didn't say, "Sir, Ghibli failed on it. Break it down." Into some of them, NDP manifesto, Omodrono, 2016. In the manifesto, page 13, when you say Omoka say, Ombe achieve double-digit growth for the 4 years, first 4 years now of our they couldn't achieve it, but the highest growth figure
in terms of
GDP,
okay.
GDP growth, they will achieve double-digit GDP growth in the first 4 years. They couldn't achieve it, but the highest growth figure in the history of this fourth republic was recorded under Professor Mills. Wait, President John Dramani Mahama as head of the economic management team, when you're economist, but this apparently Eddie Rochelle said they have the men, they have what? The economy was robust. Nanyamema Kube Eba. Men can say a good thing, but Sebi, men are not being a can as was say or trophy, or tamful, and the embryo. Woman in Brea obey to see them. Share your ho, and a COVID by. Before COVID, they were telling us the economy was robust. It was this, it was that. COVID by, and now, they can't start in my lectures. Say, this year, economy, no, and was started giving us excuses. Midterm budget, the Nufuriata, Parliament, Okoya. Culture Parliament said this year the economy is expected to grow at 0.9%. 0.9%. Mamin Chiro, like for like. No culture say crisis a buy. John Dramani Mahama. Doomsday crisis a buy. John Dramani Mahama. Anti-like also. Knowing very well, say. We're doing power rationing. Say, anything to give free electricity, electricity company of Ghana, they knew all those realities. But Omoka said, during that crisis period, when you compare it to the crisis, the friend is saying, this crisis, pandemic, COVID-19. I'm a free electricity, any free water. But crisis, Doomsday crisis, John Dramani Mahama. And but crisis, they encountered crisis. Doomsday at the same time, Jubilee failed, they break it down. But still, it grew the economy by 3.7 in that year, 2016. Because Jubilee failed in break it down. Now we were expecting $2.5 million from the oil revenue. We ended up getting $700,000. Me and grow economy, we grew it by 3.7. More in Doomsday, in the same crisis, like more, you are telling us with all your economic groups. But we have said that when he looks at the economic management team, he sees Professor Jambafo, he sees Dr. Okutu, he sees Alan Chem, he sees Akutu. At the end of the day, with all these men, an economy that was robust.
And I remember an extra on committee was also formed.
Yes.
To be able to
Yes.
assist
But
in managing
I
the
just
economy.
quickly to interject, don't you think, talking about COVID-19,
Yeah.
it has really affected every economy, even in the USA. In the USA, and it has affected the economy to the point that the government is issuing
It's
what is called
understood.
the federal pandemic unemployment compensation.
It's understood. Sir, yeah, they say when crisis comes, it should be an inter-party, there should be some
Compromise.
concerted effort
Yeah, like
from
a
both
compromise.
parties.
Yeah.
But say you're sorry, never been a politics. Typical example, the issue of exchange rate depreciation. When the interest rate and when the exchange rate, the fundamentals of the economy are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. More power of a exchange rate.
And I remember once leaving address the nation said or arresting the dollar.
In the first 100 days, I will buy so or better or more
In a form of prophecy and as a
yes.
magic.
Or catch them say
Also arrested.
were arrested interest exchange rate. Were arrested dollar. Maybe I should use it. Maybe key number IGP. Or can we yarn and Yankupon Empeboni and the dollar no sign you in a month for
And the
starting.
vendors have been a dollar and break it.
About $40 and I bring
I jump with
I
you.
don't think it's necessary.
my dad break jail because old soldier. Oh, in those days, as a soldier who break jail at the over the day or the day who. Also, yeah, you can see a man who you for propaganda a woman. But President John Dramani Mahama had been telling them this when he was in power. Was it man?
I remember I said, or maybe that's the most of them don't know what it takes to be president.
That's right.
And you even take some name calling or advice from immediate past the president, like President
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely. Or catch it on because a man who is a ball, what he
What's in coach? You are even better than the coach.
Absolutely.
You have your own formation.
Sometimes you have a ball with you. But also, yeah, we see pensioner because it to 100 meters. Rana,
what can we experience? Compare what's him, you go back Scotland. Come you win.
And to go to TV here.
There's a broken bridge from New York side to Brooklyn. Before I did mechanical do now command now but which was a very
easy, give me a soccer analyst. So they analyze this soccer.
Oh wow!
Because I'm into soccer.
That's amazing.
Yes, it's one of my.
Hey, I've before. Yeah, come on, see, I need a bomb change.
And so on
a red park,
but also
Gendu Park in
one thing I'm wary of, and the criticisms of players, because a human or born yellow. So what you is easy to criticize, but you don't want to be.
But I think Andrew Cuomo.
Yes.
Or can I be say, tell all year the Tanzanian bridge, you know.
Yes.
There were almost about 58 people, and everybody was criticizing. But I can say, 58, each and everyone has his own opinion.
I like that.
At the end of the day, they can criticize them, but you have to be persistent, consistent,
because you have a plan.
And you have a plan. And he was able to build the Tanzanian bridge with less money as budgeted.
Thank
you know, I think that in life, you always have to be focused.
Thank you.
In what you're doing.
Thank you.
People will definitely criticize you, but if you know whatever you are doing is very authentic now, I think that you should just continue.
Thank you.
I think that you're ready to know, you can say, you're going to top one, there with it. And she says, I know, I didn't know, per se, you're NDC, because when you say NDC in the very few days, they will come out with their manifesto.
Right.
I know, so we don't know what it entails.
That's
but
right.
trust me, I think that politics in Ghana, it becomes dirty crap because who wine all kind of crap, one kind of crap. Sometimes you don't know that politics is even dividing the country more as bringing us together. Because I'm not NDC, I remember there was an issue, no more demonstrators, and the MPP buy, and it's kind of crisscrossing or it's kind of intertwining. So see, and I'm going to say the people are crying for NDC. But when NDC were also in power, they were also doing the same thing. And you know, as a high learned person, you're about to pursue your PhD. Yeah, it takes a hard work and a very humble person like you. And I think that mainly because we've read about you, about how humble you are, how respectful, and your diplomacy tact, compromise and detach. We really love you for that. Saying that we can just be transparent, just be neutral, and just speak into the camera and advise politicians what they're supposed to do. They have to be authentic.
Everything is about the premise records. Election week. Until the man, President John Dramani Mahama, said, or Kole Akufuado, President Nana Akufuado, for a debate. So also why are there? Because you see, fortunately for us, this election is special. MPP I 4 years, NDC also I 4 years, right? NDC I 4 years, MPP I 4 years. And you know, the election is going to base purely on the second video. Why you have your record, I have my record. In Ghana for two parties, Yen and a Sheboa would you, and I said, Yen and the record, it was there. The friends said, but you see, also the exam said, I didn't see a man that was saying the time and this is Baba. President John Dramani Mahama, said, you two Abamana. VSHS now, MPP4 are implementing it poorly. Due to infrastructural problems, because Nicolano, you go now, Nicola, there's 13 years, 40 years, Omapa currently apartments. He says, I'm not being proud of a man to a Yensen, Apostle, any problems with the infrastructural problem, any deep double track name, and then some way in Abba. President John Dramani Mahama said, he's not going to throw the baby with the tap water. Old Garacola, 77. Now, with Johnny 9, a good Junior, own to Akola, and any other obey Yakolano, at Junior, as I at Garacola. And your problem, 3 SHS here by into, but you're very free infrastructural development now, because Abuwa will be in opposition. Omo promises says your mobile, see 350 senior high schools. More in see, that portion more in this. President John Dramani Mahama say of far, complete 200 now, a proportion out check. Now what you mean? Access to education, no, I now I come to city, high school education, SCA come. It was said, and yet just going to school, keke, so what for school where we, but want to me, and I said, when you are in dream.
What I like it, I am renting on fence for 1 minute now for wrap up my.
Yes, about power. Now, we are interesting. The best food center, we are implementing. The best implementing universal basic health care. Here we are, 9 years we are. Be a room, hospital, the shower, a basic health care. It's going to be the single biggest, your friend is saying, social intervention program in the history of Ghana. So, because it is going to cover everybody. And this is free SHSI, you say, a social intervention, only for students. We a healthcare policy, a provide OPR. They see about power. Banks are what good one among the man say. Or the best customers in the car. Of course, Abaya Babet power. Ama within 3 years, the minimum award $3 million or Bobotoma. That's Ghanaian customers.
I didn't give a NDC manifesto to back out. Yeah, I mean, my final was under 1 minute. Sorry,
I'm very happy to say, I'm a Chad here. It's me, ALHAJI BABA fee and a crew to me in a bed, Diana Baba, the Ghana, said the man with the police, my Tino, by a bed, America, the best up at Africa now, or my intimate game now, it was. And they said, yeah, I said, this man, my Ghana, for especially youth election, you found me and shit because as a do election and now politicians not take advantage.
Oh, and they say who advise you buying it because they see what I was where's wagon.
Yo, 84.
84.
84. We just want to say a very big thank you to each and everyone. You know, it's been so amazing. The presentation by Honorable Baba Suwari has been so powerful, and we just want to say, General Baba, thank you very much. May me be co-host, the CQ who come and collected General Latif. Yeah, the was the only thing the person can try Ghana for and say, election is not about fighting. There's no politician like I said, the bank could more and to check the uncle way. No, they send their kids to abroad or make it so local school. Internal, like I will say obi wo party there, the person is not your enemy. And remember, say prior we back you can easily break it, but when you take a bunch of them, you can twist it. No sign Jema is a sign back. Internal my election entity and team is still one Ghana. Ghana is a beacon of democracy. The whole world look up to Ghana. Into mama and no emfa entity mu enya the idea. Emma yene ne can say ye church a man for. You say men do election time and son why say wo be bibi. Yen dwin yen wo yen do ye ho. Na momu no in the final way no so no. Person put in say Okada na e wo ho no a good idea na say good idea because most people don't have a job. And because they don't have a job, it's very difficult for them to find ends meet. They can't take care of their family. Until Okada is able to transport or pick one person from one point to the next destination, I want to make feeding the bush for because most of the graduates they don't have a job. Until maybe say any question mark. So one sign out say the government should regulate Okada. And then when there's traffic, now will be a prayer to transport that person. Okada bet me I think say we'll put measures in place that it bet me abwa. If it's sure, so comment here, just drop it at the comment section. And also don't forget to subscribe because you be buy and also with you near cano about and you are growing social media education. Yeah, I say same with you until we meet again, until we come back to Barry, we say hey goodbye and we love you. Bye.